The haunting of Hollow Brook Manor. The winds howled as the young Thompson family's car made its way down the narrow, winding road toward Hollow Brook Manor. Nestled in the heart of the countryside, the ancient manor stood tall and imposing against the backdrop of a darkened sky. Mr. and Mrs. Thompson, accompanied by their two young children, Emily and Jacob, had dreamed of a peaceful life away from the bustling city. Little did they know that their new home held a sinister secret. As the family approached the manor's iron gates, a shiver ran down their spines. The atmosphere was heavy with an eerie silence, broken only by the creaking of branches and the distant hoot of an owl. Mr. Thompson parked the car, and together they stepped out, clutching their belongings tightly. The manor loomed before them, its crumbling facade and boarded-up windows a testament to its forgotten past. Mrs. Thompson hesitated, her heart pounding with a mix of excitement and trepidation. She glanced at her husband, who wore a determined expression, and took a deep breath. They were committed to making this new chapter in their lives work. As the family crossed the threshold into Hollow Brook Manor, the air grew stagnant and icy cold. The sound of footsteps echoed through the empty halls, accompanied by the faint whispering of disembodied voices. Shadows danced on the walls, their movements defying the laws of physics. In the weeks that followed, the Thompsons experienced increasingly disturbing phenomena. Objects moved on their own, doors slammed shut, and chilling cries reverberated through the night. The family could no longer deny that something otherworldly inhabited their new home. Emily, the youngest of the Thompson children, became the focal point of the haunting. She would wake up in the middle of the night drenched in sweat, claiming to have seen pale faces peering at her through the bedroom window. Mrs. Thompson, tormented by these events, reached out to a local historian, Mr. Jenkins, to unravel the mystery of Hollow Brook Manor. As Mr. Jenkins delved into the manor's dark history, he uncovered a tragic tale. Decades ago, Hollow Brook Manor was owned by the Sinclair family, whose wealth and power came at a terrible cost. They were known for their malevolent deeds and ruthless business practices, and rumors of their involvement in occult practices swirled through the village. According to legend, a young servant girl named Elijah fell victim to the Sinclair's dark desires. She was brutally murdered, her life snuffed out in the very walls of Hollow Brook Manor. It was said that her anguished spirit had remained trapped within, seeking retribution for the injustice she suffered. Determined to free the Thompsons from the clutches of the vengeful spirits, Mr. Jenkins proposed a daring plan. Armed with ancient incantations and protective relics, he led the family through a series of rituals designed to cleanse the manor of its haunted present. Together, they braved the labyrinthine corridors, invoking sacred words and banishing the tormented souls that lingered within. The air crackled with energy as the spirits fought back, desperate to hold on to their earthly tether. But the Thompsons stood strong, their love for each other acting as a shield against the darkness. After a nightmarish ordeal, the final remnants of the haunting were purged from Hollow Brook Manor. The oppressive atmosphere lifted, replaced by a newfound sense of tranquility. The Thompson family could finally enjoy the peace they had sought when they first set foot on the manor's ground. In the years that followed, Hollow Brook Manor transformed from a house of horrors into a loving home. Its walls no longer held the screams of the past, but rather the laughter of a happy family. The ghosts of Elijah and the Sinclair family were finally laid to rest, and the manor's dark secret was locked away forever. However, the villagers of Hollow Brook whispered that on stormy nights when the wind blew just right, the echo of a distant scream could still be heard. The haunting of Hollow Brook Manor had become a cautionary tale, a reminder of the horrors that lay hidden within the quietest corners of the world.